Initial volume of diver was 10.0701 milliliters. The weight of the diver was 10 grams. The volume of the vessel was 1.015 liters. The pressure applied came out to be 1.015 atmospheres. The theoretical acceleration of the diver before adding the pressure was 1.007 times 9.81 meters per second upwards, meaning he was floating. The theoretical acceleration of the diver after adding the pressure was minus 0.39 meters per second, meaning it was supposed to sink. The measured acceleration of diver after the change in pressure was minus 0.2 meters per second. Questions. Are there disparities between theoretical predictions and experimental observations? Yes, it seems we miscalculated the volume of the diver and possibly the real-life acceleration. Is there a range of volume changes where you don't see an effect on the location of the diver? Why does that happen in your opinion? Yes, the reason for that, in our opinion, is because our diver naturally floats up. If the diver were to be perfectly neutrally buoyant, a minuscule change in volume would tip the scales and send him to the bottom of the bottle. The change in volume needs to be larger than epsilon for the balance of forces to change so that the downward force triumphs and sends our diver on an adventure. Therefore, there is a range in which the volume changes, but our diver stays afloat. Does the water temperature inside the vessel affect the results of the experiment? Yes. As we can see in the ideal gas law, the product of volume and pressure is dependent on the temperature of the gas. Our diver's tank is a thin film of plastic, so we presume it serves negligible insulation from the temperature of the water and therefore shares the temperature. As a result, the colder the water is, the more inherent downward force is enacted on our diver, and vice versa. How would the results differ if the experiment were conducted using seawater? By looking at the edge case of the Dead Sea, we can tell that the saltier the water is, the more buoyant all immersed bodies become. This is due to the density of the water being higher. Can you think of any other unique or unconventional applications for this effect? As someone who's been on submarines, I gotta say those things are unique as hell. There's an interesting challenge to use the fuel efficiently when it comes to navigation. When moving up and forwards inside a body of water, is it more efficient to use the propeller and wings of the submarine alone, or should the propeller and wings move the submarine strictly forwards and have the buoyancy control system change its total density to float up? Keep in mind that activating either system means potentially sending vibrations through the water that could give away your location.